All right, let's talk about opposite numbers now. Opposite numbers, if you understood absolute value, are something that is going to be easy for you to understand. Opposite numbers means two numbers or numbers who have the equal distance from zero, but they are not equal. So we're talking about two numbers that have the same distance from zero, but they are not equal. Well, what does that look like? Let's try explaining it on a number line first. So let's look at this. Let's start with zero. Okay? So let's stick with our 5 that we did before, and let's go with -5 on this side. These are opposites. Why are they opposites? Thank you for asking, because they have the same distance from zero. Right? That's not uniform, but this is not for uniformity. So if I go 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units from zero, and I go away from zero again, 1 units in the negative direction, 2 units in the negative direction, 3 units in the negative direction, 4 units in the negative direction, 5 units in the negative direction. They have the same distance from zero. So these are opposites. They have the same distance from zero. So what would be the opposite of 10? Well, its opposite would be -10. And I would graph that on the number line by going out 0 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. -10. These are opposites. And so anytime you hear opposite, it means it has the opposite value also. Ooh, you're throwing in another word, Mr. Rutherford. So opposite value. Remember, absolute value means its distance from zero. So if this distance from zero is 10, its opposite would be -10. And that's the opposite value. So let's try and do some opposite value problems. We'll start easy and then add some complexity. Okay? So if you know 15, then you know its opposite is -15. If you know 145, its opposite is -145. If you know 14.3, its opposite is -14.3. So what would the opposite of -25.4 be? Well, its opposite would be +25.4. And we do not have to write the positive sign. You can if that makes you more comfortable, but it's not necessary. So let's do something a little more complicated right here. So let's say I want to know what the opposite of 7 minus 3 is. Well, 7 minus 3 is 4, so its opposite would be -4. What is the opposite of 12 divided by 3? Well, 12 divided by 3 is 4, so its opposite would again be -4. So that's enough to get us started.